Welcome back to the channel. Here's the player ratings from last night's stupendous victory against Real Sociedad. And it feels like so long since we've done a player ratings where they're probably all mostly positive, right? But one that I'm actually looking forward to doing. So let's get into it. Let's get into the player ratings. And we're starting with probably the worst player, really. And that's not a negative, I guess, because he just didn't really have a lot to do. That's Andre Onana, 6.5. It was a quiet night between the sticks. He was never going to save the penalty. Didn't really have a big save to make. Sociedad barely tested him. His pass accuracy was 69%, 25 out of 36. You know, the loose long balls is always the game. A couple of nervy moments under pressure, but Sociedad didn't really have the quality to punish him. So 6.5 out of 10 for Onana. Mazraoui, I'm going to say 7. It was a composed, intelligent performance. Do you know what? That's just like on the tin, isn't it, with Mazraoui? That's what you get. Barely put a foot wrong. 97% pass accuracy, 58 out of 60. He's absurd in how composed he is on the ball. And I think when you play him at centre-half, you really get that. You get a little bit less of that when you play him as a wing-back because obviously there's a lot more to the game at wing-back. But when it comes to just keeping it tidy, in possession, at the back, flawless. He defended real well. 7 clearances, 3 block shots, 2 interceptions. Composed under pressure, helped us play out, and I thought it was a big key to United having the level of possession that we had last night. And so 7, I thought, real solid. Matthijs de Ligt, I'm going to say 6.5. Unnecessarily early penalty. I thought it was maybe a touch clumsy. You could also say it was a touch unlucky at the same time as well because I think it was a Razabal, I forgot who it was, has put his leg across him as he was going for the ball. He's only got eyes for the ball. It's literally just throws a leg out right in front of him, brings him down. But, that could have been costly for us. And I did fear the worst when the match started like that. But 6 clearances, 5 block shots. He recovered well after his mistake. Positionally sound. He didn't really give any gaps away for Sociedad to exploit. Aerially dominant, having a young centre-half alongside him and not a centre-half on the other side of him, a lot of pressure on him. I love how aggressive he is. He'd got to be careful with the rash moments because he is going to give away stuff, especially with VAR. Errors like that could prove costly, but I thought he recovered real well. So 6.5 for Matthijs de Ligt. Aiden Heaven, I'm giving him an 8. I thought it was a real good display from him. I don't think he had as much to do defensively as he had to do against Arsenal, but on the ball, he was levels better. 9 clearances, 4 block shots, 2 interceptions. Very good. Won all 4 of his ground duels. Sociedad couldn't really get past him. He showed a real good reading of the game and he was fantastic on the ball. 42 out of 48 passes, which compared to the 4 out of 8 in 45 minutes that he had against Arsenal, completely different. So real good. Looked at home in what could have been a big pressure situation, making your debut in a knockout European tie. Very well done, young man. 8 out of 10. Delo, I'm going to say 8 out of 10 for Delo as well. Defensively, he was strong. 3 tackles, 5 clearances, and he was a decent attacking threat. 42 out of 50 passes with 84% accuracy. 3 crosses, 1 was accurate. 5 long balls, 2 were accurate. Decent movement in United's build-up play. Helped stretch Sociedad's defence. Helped allow us to play out. Shown a little bit of balance in his game, both going forward and defending, and got himself a goal. He's not had a good game in what feels like months, so I'm pleased for him because I like him, but he's been cash. So it was nice to see him have a decent showing there tonight. In fact, most people had a good showing. It was one of those. When it came off, it just, it's one of those. It all came off. The internet can be a dangerous place. Hackers, trackers, and data breaches are absolutely everywhere. And if you're not protecting yourself online, you are leaving yourself and your information wide open. And that is where Surfshark VPN comes in. Right now, they are offering an exclusive deal. Get an extra 4 months for free on our subscription. With Surfshark, your internet traffic is encrypted, keeping your data safe from prying eyes. Where your public Wi-Fi, you're streaming your favorite shows, or if you're just browsing, Surfshark ensures your privacy and security every single step of the way. And it's not all. Surfshark's clean web feature blocks annoying ads, trackers, and even malware, giving you a faster, safer browsing experience. And for next level security, multi-hop moves your data through multiple servers, making it even harder for anybody to track you. One account covers all your devices, your phone, your laptop, your tablet, even your smart TV.
No limits, no restrictions. Why take risks with your online privacy? Visit surfshark.com/Howson today to claim an extra 4 months for free on your subscription. Big shout to Surfshark for sponsoring today's video. They've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. There is no risk to trying it out.
Bruno Fernandes, brilliant. Considering this guy's the problem, according to Roy Keane, who I don't think is wrong very often, but I think he's wrong on Bruno. It was a bizarre little attack on Bruno that just came out of nowhere, decided to stick one on Bruno. Since then, Bruno I feel like he's scored in every single game. It feels like that anyway. He is absolutely critical to Manchester United. And you go, look, he scored a hat-trick, Steve, but like 2 of them are from the spot. Don't get giddy. 4 key passes, 10 crosses, 9 long balls, 6 accurate. Yes, he scored 2 penalties, but the pressure to score those penalties is hard. Movement between the lines was good. It was a great performance from him, and it was one being a little bit deeper as well. So 9.5, in case I didn't give him a score earlier. 9.5. Well done, mint. Casemiro, 7.5. Vintage Casemiro, no nonsense, rock solid. Alongside someone that can be erratic in midfield, won 7 duels, 3 tackles, 7 aerial duels, physically imposed himself all game, shielded the defence brilliantly. Him and Bruno on paper could have been absolutely torn to pieces by Zubamendi, but wasn't the case. 83% pass accuracy, 50 out of 60 passes, was clean, didn't overplay it at times, controlled the tempo and allowed Bruno to get forward. Just brilliant, solid 7.5 performance out of Casemiro. And when you think about this, it's on the back of, like we all think, oh, Casemiro's legs have gone. He just started 3 games back to back where out of nowhere, like how's he got the legs and the energy to do that? Maybe he's someone that just warms up. Like, and when he's fit, he's fit. Dorgu, 8.5. Standout performance, I thought. Sociedad couldn't handle his dribbling. It was great. Won a crucial penalty. 14 duels won. 6 fouls drawn. 5 defensive actions. Work rate was sensational. Physicality is sensational. His pass accuracy was a little bit low. 76%, but he was making things happen. He was forcing things to happen. He was causing things to happen. Excellent performance from him. He gives us a different dimension in attack, and he gives us balance. Him and Heaven playing together on that left-hand side, there was a lot of balance going on, especially with Garnacho and Delo on the other side doing similar sort of things. Very happy with that in how that all sort of shook out. So, yeah, 8.5 out of 10 for Dorgu. Massive performance. Well done. 8, Joshua Zirkzee. Creative force. Link play was great. Confidence. Dancing around. Just like playing with a confidence that I don't know if he's got any right to have. Still not come away with a goal or an assist, but he had 3 key passes, 1 massive chance created, 3 out of 4 dribbles. Like I said, he didn't score, but his movement was causing all sorts of problems for Sociedad defence. Physically, he was strong. He was holding the ball up nice in transition. There were some dainty little passes which created openings and stuff like that. He's got to work on his finishing. 2 shots, no goals, but a really, really good performance from him. 8 out of 10, Joshua Zirkzee. It was a joy to watch him, I thought. Garnacho, I'm gonna say 7 for him. He was trying to take on his defenders. He had 3 attempts, but he didn't have any successful. He was crossing the ball and he was creating chances for other people. He had 4 key passes last night and only 3 shots, which when you think about what Garnacho's been about, him on the right-hand side is a different character to him on the left-hand side, and I think he's got to stay on that right-hand side to the end of the season. He's an absolute threat in transition, but he makes so much better decisions when he's played off that right-hand side, in my opinion. And Rasmus Hojlund, I'm going to say 7, right? It was a mixed night. There were still frustrations. Obviously, he's got to come away with a goal, and he had a chance. He had chances. But he's not come away with another goal. There was a brilliant bit of skill for the assist for Delo. Physicality was decent. He held the ball up well. He actually won some duels, which he hasn't done before, which is why he's getting a 7. But yeah, there was still some frustrations. Like, you know, if you can't score in those circumstances, you had 25 shots and your striker's coming away without a goal, something's not quite right there, I don't think. So, can't go too bad on him, but I think a 7 out of 10 is quite fair. Toby Collier came on very late, barely involved. 6 passes completed. Job done. 6 out of 10. Christian Eriksen came on late. Not really going to give him a rating because it's one of those. Amarim, I'm going to say he gets a 9. tactically got it spot on. I guess he didn't get anything wrong with his substitutions. The high press system totally suffocated Sociedad and really came into effect after the red card. We created 25 shots. We only conceded from a penalty. We managed the game well. If that's going to be the standard, United can do something in Europa. Now, whether or not there has to be changes and adaptations to get us being that dominant in the Premier League, maybe the system is better suited to European football. What's the tweaks? What's the amendments that you can make it as effective in the Premier League? And we're going to have a good old time, my mate. But he gets a 9 for last night's performance. Let me know your thoughts, if you agree, if you disagree, and why, in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next one. Laters.
Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.